after all, babe. I'm just begging me. I make the most of. That's up to me. That's up to me. That's up
Broadcasting from Shinston, West Virginia, here's your host, Scott Arnold.
That's you. Hang on. My audio's gone. Hang on. I can't hear you. Can you hear me?
Wait a minute. Here we are.
Oh, there you
We
are.
are. I didn't. There's so much going on. I didn't hit the button for us to turn our microphones on, like an idiot. I got to start all over again. But you did hear the thing, right?
I did, yeah. It was great.
Okay.
Yeah, I think everyone else heard it, yeah.
Hopefully they did. Yeah. My mom just texted me, so she's going to say, "No sound." See, I know.
All
I got
right.
it. Thanks.
Well, you can always count your mum.
Okay. So what I said was, "Welcome to Acute Mania Live. It's the Christmas Spectacular. Hey, Bo, how are you?"
Good. Merry Christmas.
What?
Merry Christmas.
Oh.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, you got that. Okay. Okay. Where have you been? I haven't spoke to you.
Oh, my gosh.
Months.
I've
Did
been.
you have the plague again?
No, I've been preparing and performing 8 elementary concerts.
That's right. Yeah. How did that go? Did it perform? All right?
Yeah, it was great. It didn't mess with my nervous system at all.
But it went well. Was it the principal that said that this better be good, or somebody?
Now, one said she wanted 5 songs per grade level. I'm like, that's 30 songs. These kids are like single digit age. And then the other principal said, I want it to be spectacular. So
Was it spectacular? Because
Yeah, I
you
wore
could have had him on this
tux.
show. This is spectacular, also.
Yeah.
I wore white tux, but I didn't wear tux pants. I just wore these like bedazzled,
Oh, it was shot like sequin.
no, the things cowboy chaps.
Were they assless chaps?
Yep, they were because
Awesome.
that's where I
You were
shot the
faced-
bottle
your
rockets
face
out
was-
of.
your
I'm
face
like,
was-
spectacular enough? No.
Yeah. Hey, Tom, how are you doing? Tom's over in London.
Not so bad, Scott. How are you?
Did you get over your sickness?
I did, yeah. Tip top again.
Tom and I were both a little under the weather. I was thinking about around Thanksgiving time. Of course, you don't celebrate Thanksgiving there, but
I keep
I
catching
didn't
shit off
celebrate it
the
either
kids.
this year. I didn't celebrate at all. You know?
What, Thanksgiving?
Yeah. I celebrated with Bob Evans, and that was about as good as it got.
We should have hung out, man, because that's
Well, I was sick. You wouldn't want to
Oh.
be here. I did have to cancel a show. I think it was the day before, 2 days before that, because that's when I started not feeling very good. But I rescheduled. Paul Foggia from China will be on the 28th, so that'll be fun. And, Tom, I scheduled.
China, man. That's amazing.
Well, there's a second time on, too. Second time on. Anyway, Tom, I've scheduled myself. I've overscheduled myself for January. Again.
Right.
At this point, I have 5 shows, but it's not like that doesn't sound so bad. But it's not.
Yeah.
It's, some of them are like the same week. Like I think the most I've ever done is like 4 shows in a week, and that was overkill. That was too much. I just run out of things to talk about, and I get sick of it. I get sick of it,
Yeah.
you know. But I think it's spaced out enough. But I haven't wrote back to. There's 2 people in my email inbox that I haven't wrote back to that they're going to want to schedule. But I'm going to have to push it until February, you know, because I don't want to overdo it.
My mom always said, why do today what you can put off till tomorrow?
That's true.
Exactly.
I'm a procrastinator anyway, so yeah. Well,
Did you ever get busy like that and like
I was-
say the name of the band wrong or like catch it midway and be like, hey, Star Jam?
No, I haven't. I don't think I've done that. But Tom's rescued me several times from situations like this, where I've forgotten things. Or there are times where I just completely forget what I was talking about. That hasn't happened for a while, but it still does.
That's the joy of the show, though, isn't it? It's more relaxed.
It's
kick
raw and
back
it's live, yeah.
Yeah, you know, I think that's why people enjoy being on it. Really, it's not like
Thank you.
How did
Yeah.
the 2 of you guys meet?
SoundCloud, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Which I actually had a bit of a look at the other day. I haven't looked at my SoundCloud account for a long time, and
I haven't
it's
either.
bizarre the amount of weird and wonderful stuff that you can hear on SoundCloud. Really is.
Did you notice I used the Dave song on the last
Yeah,
post?
I haven't heard
And
that.
I was looking through Flamboyant Bones' catalog, on Instagram of what to play. I was like, I don't want to really play the new stuff, but let me go. What's that Dave one? What was it? And it was what was it? Which Dave one was it? I can't remember.
Not Now, Dave.
Not Now, Dave. Yeah, and I remember that song, and I was like, I'm playing that. So I played that. But that took me back to when my buddy Coley was on from Houston, and he co-hosted that show the very first time you were on. So yeah. That was you remember when that was?
Well, I've done this 3 times. The Christmas show.
That's true.
3 times, so it must be over the years.
The life of the show. You've been a part of the show. The life of the show, I think.
Well, that's very kind of you.
For the most part. I mean, because it wasn't too long. I don't think it was in 2020 when you were on. I think it was like that next year.
Yeah,
I was on YouTube.
Yeah.
I was already on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've how
many times has he made a live personal appearance right here in studio?
Well, yeah, I know.
Come on, man.
I can't compete, Bo. Really. It's just...
But I've never been farther than like Mexico when it comes to like other countries. I mean, I've been to Canada, but that doesn't really count. But
yeah, you're not even Canadian.
Yeah, Canadian.
You went to Canada.
I'm not Canadian. I'm Canadian. Where's the
Canadian?
Give me a second because I'm moving everything around here. Thank you. All right. Yeah.
Thank you, drummer.
Yeah, I had to move all my sound bites around because there's another. If you like that beginning part, there's another version of that I can use, and then I have some other ones that I'll play later, but or one other one actually. But that lady, before I forget, or a girl, I don't know. I don't think she's a lady. Lady, hey lady. I don't want to say that. I had Chris Crave on from Crave Rock Radio a few weeks ago. He's from down in Dallas, and that girl does this. Her name's Jackie Wild. It's probably a radio name. It could be her real name. Maybe it's Wild with an E on the end. Like the fancy.
That name sounds pretty real to me. No.
Jackie Wild. It's short for like Jacqueline. What's another word for wild? Come on, teacher.
Jacqueline.
Extravagant.
Ornery?
Yeah, Jacqueline Ornery.
Free.
But she does like she'll do like what's going on the station through the week, or like just certain announcements, because there's no commercials ever. It's sometimes he'll do something and then sometimes she'll do stuff. So
is it internet radio?
Yeah, I was like, what are the chances I could get her to do a couple lines for me? And she did it.
Oh,
so we got to do a. So I got to find it. Okay. It's not for you, Bo. It's for Jacqueline.
I'm thanking the people in cheap seats. Thank you.
For Jacqueline we'll call her Jacqueline Ornery on here. That's her name. My microphone's messed up, but go ahead.
The like you were talking about the sound effects and her recording app.
I don't have a coughing one. What is it?
Well, several years ago, I had an online radio station.
You did? What was it called?
Bo Show Radio. And I played. It was all bands like guys like me that are
guys like you.
We have our albums.
A bunch of guys like you.
Yeah, we're like regional.
Gotcha.
Stuff. And but I vocodered my voice, so it'd be like my voice, but it'd go like coming out of Flatwoods. Bo Show Radio. The vocoder would go Bo Show Radio, like the radio stations in the 70s.
I see what you're saying. Yeah,
like V106 or whatever.
What was your call sign? Just Bo Show Radio?
Maverick.
Yeah, right.
What's up, Ice Man?
No, it wasn't. That's what they Top Gun.
It was just Bo Show
Top
Radio.
Gun Radio.
And it was odd. It was popular in Portugal.
Nice.
Like a little section of Portugal. I'm like, hey, thanks.
You never know.
Everyone else.
Might have been the only thing happening in Portugal, honestly. Speaking of things happening, I did book a band in another country that I haven't done. It'll be the 25th country. And I doubt that you'll be able to do this one, Tom, because it's basically 24 hours plus one time difference. So it's like Australia, but it's not Australia. The Philippines.
Oh, cool.
The thinkers from the Philippines will be on I don't know. I have to look at the date. I don't know what's right. It's right in front of me.
Those people do amazing things with pork.
They are doing the damn thing. Those guys are. It's just two guys, and their music's it's good, and they have like 2 or 3 songs out now, and they're doing everything right. They have an agent that's taking care of like their social media stuff, but they try to get on there every day and thank people for playing their music. It's crazy. Like every night they're on there thanking people for playing their stuff.
If there's only 2 of them, the more popular they get, that's going to be a harder job if they try to keep.
Well, they have a manager to do it, so they'll have to get 2 managers. They're on the 18th, January the 18th at 10 p.m.
Oh,
So if you want
That'd
to,
be
Danger
interesting.
Muffin's playing in Thomas that night.
what is it?
Danger Muffin is playing in
Danger
Thomas
Muffin.
that night.
That sounds fun.
Oh, they're a great band.
Is it like a muffin top or muffin bottom? Because that makes.
They're the whole freaking muffin.
Okay. I'll just go ahead and tell you what's going on in January since I'm talking about that, right?
January.
Did I see? Did I see you guys have got a gig? Both of you playing
Yes,
together?
we do. We do. But that's
For this
February.
guy?
That's February.
Oh, is it? Sorry, I thought.
Yeah,
that was
we'll get to February in a second, Tom.
Yeah, that comes after January.
I like your first hat.
Whoa, slow down there.
I like your first hat, by the way. Tom's a collector of hats. He didn't know that until I told him he was a collector of hats.
Yeah,
So
I don't consider myself. I don't know what you'd call a hat collector.
a hobbyist.
Anyway, what is
You're a
it?
hat hobbyist.
A hat
A hat
hobbyist.
hobby. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hat enthusiast.
Enthusiast would be good. Collector.
Slightly more than casual hattist.
Hatist, yeah. a hat tie? I don't know. Kind of like a rabbi, but a hat tie? I don't know. Tomorrow, I'll start with tomorrow, and then there's the Polyposia show, and then we'll go to January. So tomorrow, it's nothing I'm going to be live streaming, but Dream the Heavy that I've had on that I became good friends with, and TK, the lead singer, did the artwork for the electronic album that I put out.
But we know his true identity.
What is that? TK? What about him?
The band calls him that name.
Oh, Koresh, David Koresh.
They
Yeah.
call him Koresh.
Yeah. Anyway, so they have this thing it's the second one. They did it last year. It's called the Winter Wonder Ball. And it's just, you can dress up if you want. You don't have to, but it's a bunch of like artisans are there, and Dream the Heavy's going to play. Abstract Theory is going to play. Zinnia's Garden and Animal Scream. 3 other bands that I haven't seen, but I've seen Dream the Heavy several times. So that'll be fun. I'm going to go up to Pittsburgh tomorrow at Spirit Hall, Pittsburgh, to the Wonder Ball, and I will be doing some footage, some camera work for them, stuff too.
What time's that start?
I don't know. I have to be there at 5. I don't know what time it starts.
Man,
I just got to be there
sounds
at
like
5.
a fun time.
Yeah, it'll be a little.
Yeah.
So that's tomorrow. Then like I said, the 28th will be Polyphosia. They will be the last band of 2024.
Real quick, I wanted to ask: are those bands all Pittsburgh bands that are playing?
Yes,
at that?
I'm pretty sure.
Their scene just continues to blow. My
Oh,
mind.
and Brian Sykes Howe, which is he's the lead singer of Grey Walker, and I think it's Grey Walker or Grey something, and Normal Creatures, and he's got like solo stuff he does, and he's a DJ, and he's got a podcast called Start the Beat. Brian Sykes Howe will be the host for that tomorrow, so it's cool. He's a cool guy. So Polyphosia from China will be on the 28th at 10 p.m. Okay, and then January the 2nd, Lilith Rising from like Charlotte area, North Carolina, will be on. Okay, this one's cool. You might want to come up and co-host this one.
Okay.
Bart Robley or Robley, I don't know. I think it's Robley. He's in a band called The Ruins, and he's also in a band called the Sam Morrison Band. He's a drummer. He's a award-winning musician, and he's a content creator and media guy. He's won one of his Telly Awards.
Wow.
He's won a Telly Award for his stuff. He's going to be on the
Man, you're in the big time
on
now
the
these
10th,
days. God.
January the 10th at 7 p.m. So you might want to come up for that. That'll be a good show. I'm gonna be lost because I'm getting into a lot about January is other than the Thinkers in the Philippines. The other bands are like heavy metal,
Right.
and I listen to rock or hard rock, but this is like Pantera style stuff. I don't know anything about that stuff. You know, I mean, just a
Yeah.
little bit, but so you might want to. I do have a guy. Yeah, that was pretty good. I should sample that. I do have a guy, Matt Miller. He watches the show every once in a while. He might be watching now. I don't know, but he's in a band from over in Baltimore called Crimson Throne. God, I said that. He's gonna laugh at me. It's Crimson Throne. I made that mistake
Hey,
on the show.
everybody, welcome Crimson Thorn.
Sounds like an odd porno.
Sounds like a dude's name.
Or a guy in a porno.
He wears like a velvet cape.
Red Chair. He said, always remember Red Chair. Crimson Throne is their name.
Oh, man.
Anyway, Matt Miller, he coasted with me the other night when I had a guy on from Metal Incorporated Records, which is most of these bands are under his label. So he's hooked me up with all these bands, and he told them to get a hold of me, and they all did like almost all at the same time. And I just went scheduling here. I looked at the calendar, but I didn't really look at the calendar. But it'll be okay.
Yeah,
So
fine.
on the 16th, January.
At least you only have to remember one city when you interview them.
Well, no, but they're all from everywhere.
Oh,
It's just the same label.
It's
Oh,
labeled.
Nice try though. Bart's from like Fresno or somewhere in California. And Corners of Sanctuary is on the 16th. They are from Philadelphia. That'll be easy. Then then I got a concert to go to. I'm going to see a Thursday again. One of my favorite bands. Then the Thinkers from the
who you going to see?
Thursday. But
Yeah,
but they're
you're
playing
going
like on a
Thursday, but who are you going to see?
No, they're playing on a Wednesday though.
Okay.
I don't even know why they're called
For
that.
example.
Yeah, and then okay, this is gonna be tough, but I've practiced it. This is kind of like my magic trick that I do with the silk thing, but I mess it up all the time.
Yeah.
But or this is like me trying to pronounce things when we do have bands on from other countries that I can't do. Isiga Benin,
I see Venom.
kind of. So like I see
You're on
ga
the beach. You see the cabana.
something like that. Yeah. So just Isiga Venin. It means icy veins, I think, in Latin or something like that. But they are going to be on the 24th at 7 p.m.
Cool.
I like that reference for a name. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they are from Austin, Texas.
Austin, Texas.
And then, yes, and then Tom's right. Bo and I are going to be playing a show, together, but separately. Altogether separate.
Yeah, I hate to be in your position going on after me.
Thanks for opening.
Good luck with that.
Thanks for opening for us. Yeah.
Yeah, lots of luck with that, bro. When my finale is setting, you're all shit on fire. No.
So Bo is bringing the Bo Show, and did you just call it the Bo Show? Bring the Bo Show, or do you
Welcome
call it
to the Bo Show.
the Appalachian Hurricane Show?
Bo Show.
So when is
Faux
it?
show, man.
When is it ever called Appalachian Hurricane? Just
Bo
when
Show.
there's
Faux show,
albums out
mofo.
like that? I'll get that off the wall here in a second and show everybody.
Well, I came up with Appalachian Hurricane in the 90s when I was playing a lot of blues. And all those dudes are like the Texas Twister, the Delta Hurricane. And we don't get hurricanes here. So I'm like, I always make shit funny. So I'm like, the Appalachian Hurricane. My one buddy always said, yeah, more like a redneck windbag.
What that is? Tell them what that is.
Oh,
right.
so that is a promotional poster from my last album, my most recent album,
okay.
Adrift.
It's signed.
Cool.
And numbered.
Very nice.
And he's in the back of it, he doesn't know it yet, but there's an envelope that makes him my power of attorney.
Right.
I didn't get that one. Tell them what kind of music you do.
I do, like, I don't know if it's like this in England, but if you, for years, if you start a band in America, you have to have invented a genre.
Yeah.
Like,
Right. Yeah.
And we live where there's like bluegrass. And so people were like, man, these guys play like angst grass. Somebody called it dorm grass. I'm like, yeah, more like shit grass.
Mall rock.
But so making fun of that, I've always called my music wholly organic, free range groove. And kind of like the buzzwords in America. Like a friend of mine was like, you need to eat whole free range chicken. I'm like, yeah, or it's like we've always called them chicken.
Chickens. Yeah.
But actually, me and Bo met because I found him on, I think, Facebook, because he's a one-man
We
band.
actually met on
There's like-
christianmingle.com.
Yeah, that's what it was. I thought it was a Facebook dating.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but he's a one-man band. He does looping and things
Ooh.
like that. And
That's a real
Chameleon.
real talent. I've got a looper. I've got a couple of loopers, and it's not easy. It's not easy. It's very easy to get it wrong.
you didn't bring anything
Oh
with
my
you
gosh,
tonight.
yes.
I asked him if he wanted to play tonight. Did you bring anything to play?
I didn't because my jack shorted out on my Martin.
Jack, right. Well, I have a Martin here you can use.
You got a Martin?
It's not a Martin, but it's kind of like a Martin.
Well, but make sure because I will not play guitar with
Only
more
play
than two
Martins.
syllables in the brand.
No, Tom's a bass player.
Oh, are you?
He's got an upright thing behind him right here.
Oh, wow.
And then he's got things.
Now, are you pretty good at this stuff too?
Not really. I'm sort of. I
Wouldn't that
can
be a
play
Bo
bit of-
show?
Bit of art.
My
But
buddies.
no,
I was in a band with a guy that he was a classical bass major, is what
Yeah.
he did through college. And our like funk group broke up and he started playing bluegrass with this band called Grass Combustion. And so they were hardcore hippies. So at his senior recital,
That's what it should have been called, hardcore hippies.
his dad designed all the bridges around Pittsburgh. And so the recital hall was full of tie-dyes and smelled like patchouli. And Paul came out and did his recital, and this stuff was kind of iffy. But for the encore, he brought his bluegrass band out.
Encore.
And they played Devil Went Down to Georgia. And he played the fiddle part on the bass.
What?
Right.
But my friend said they looked over at Paul's parents and they were like, so this is where our money's been going. But he teaches at a college now, man.
Well, there you go.
Which song? I was going to play a little bit of one of Bo's songs. Which one do you want me to play?
Play a little bit of Borderline.
I don't like that song, though.
Okay. Listeners may be disappointed when they find out it's not the Madonna classic.
It's not under Appalachian Hurricane. What's it under?
Bo
Oh, there it is.
McMillion.
I saw it.
It should be everywhere on your computer.
It should be.
Why
but
is it
It's
not?
not. It is right here. Okay, which one?
I'd say play Borderline.
Ivory Tower is my favorite.
All right, play Ivory Tower.
I don't want to play Ivory Tower. I want to play what you want to hear me play.
Yeah, I dare you.
All right, we'll play Border.
You're not my real grandmother.
Here's Borderline. Just a little bit of it. We won't play all of it. We don't have time for that, Bo.
Right. Yeah, it's a long song.
Because I got to play some of
See
Tom's.
everybody in 15 minutes.
What? Yeah. Oh, it's only 6, but you know.
What does a life mean if it never existed? Built up and burned down, so intricately twisted. There's no practice drill, no stop, drop, and roll. No doubt you'll find out if you've got soul. No billboard, no sign in front or behind the borderline. No warning, no rhyme, no reason behind the borderline. Slowly mending this mind of mine takes time.
All right.
By the way, I wrote that with this former student of mine.
Cool.
Was that one of the ones you did with? What was it? There was another band you
I wrote that with a young lady named Brittany Myers.
Brittany Mars. I don't know Brittany Mars.
That's really cool. I like all that's kind of got a nice Americana feel with the slide and stuff in there. It's really nice.
There's a lot of things going on. Actually, didn't you do was that a real drum or
Yeah.
digital drums, or was that
No, I
could happen?
played drums, but I
You played
cheated. I did the bass drum and then the snare drum. I went boom, pow, boom, boom, boom. You had to work all the patterns out. And then about a month later, I brought all the cymbals and stuff, set it up like a drum set, but overdubbed the hardware. And then about a month later, I brought the toms home and recorded the fills.
That sounds like something Harmon would do.
Well, I've got friends that are like, they were going to hear it, and it had to be good. And
Yeah.
I can play drum set good enough to impress a fifth grader for about 4.5 minutes.
That's got to. I'm
can't
sure you
play that.
play stuff for them, for the kids, when you teach them, right? You have to play something to kind of give them an idea of whatever.
No, when they come in, they begin exercising, warm-ups. And, no,
Like physically?
I don't even have to say anything.
Make them run around
Star
the school.
jumps.
Yeah, run around the school a couple times.
But yeah, the one guy that heard it is he's now the music supervisor for the band. Yes,
No.
Joe Kosis. Yeah,
No.
in Tampa.
Wow.
No.
And his main instrument's trombone.
What I did there?
But he had the keyboard gig, and yes, and to me,
No.
keyboard man,
No.
incredible.
Nobody's catching on to that. It's a band, yes. And I'm saying, no.
Oh,
Yeah.
I would have got it if you said maybe.
It's usually him doing jokes like that, and I don't get it. And he constantly, but I can't believe you didn't get that. That's crazy.
Yeah, he said they practiced before they went on tour. They practiced for 3 weeks, 7 days a week, 5 hours a day.
Hold on. Let me do the math here for that. No,
I think for 3 weeks before they went on tour.
did you get all that?
That's awesome.
Oh wait, Tom, he switched hats. See,
he did?
I never noticed this when he does this. It's Santa Claus
Oh,
upside
the
down,
chimney.
and Santa Claus's feet stick out.
Mhm.
That first one was like the dreadlocks one you have, only it was the Mrs. Claus.
Yeah, I don't know where I've got the bag here.
I think you
It
need
just-
to be careful with that hat because I think Santa Claus is like getting in your head, bro.
The whole show's going to be like this, fellas and folks and viewers. So,
Out jumped dear old Santa Claus.
yeah, we could just. You ever use the AI for anything? Like, there's Gemini AI on Google that I use, but you can get there's Chat GPT and just different things. I would like sometimes when I have a question about something technical, without just Googling it, I will just get on that Gemini and just ask that, and it'll search for everything. Scours the internet for whatever.
It bothered me at first, but I'm starting to get into it.
And it's just gonna make people dumber, like me, which is fine.
Yeah, but Google's the CIA, man.
Yeah, I mean, our friends listen to us. Things like anyway.
And I'm glad because nobody else does.
I was looking up something to do during the offstage segment since this is a little different show, and this thing is so advanced that you can type in like in the settings, you type in like what you do. So like I told it that I do a video cast and I interview bands and stuff. And then I told it that I'm also in a band and what instrument I play, just so it already knows that. So when I
he tells everybody he's in a band.
Okay, but I do tell everybody I do a show. But I have to. It's promotion.
Yeah.
So it knows me. So when I go to the website, it'll say hello Acute because it doesn't know my real name. I didn't tell it my real name. I don't need to know everything.
Yeah.
But I asked it. I said, what do you think I should? I want to do something. I just typed that out. I want to do something special for the Christmas show. And the people that are co-hosting have already been on the show, so they're just going to be on the show with me. The dumbest suggestions.
Oh God.
Christmas carols was one of them. You could just do a Christmas karaoke. I'm like, no, I couldn't. You don't want me to do that. It's not that kind of a no.
Acute Mania Live.
Some of the dumbest things. There was stupid games like play Christmas Pictionary. I can't do that. Like I can't draw a stick man. And I don't want to have to. It's not that kind of.
Yeah.
So I had to dumb it down a little bit.
We don't want families possibly coming on here because.
No.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we definitely do. Well, they have to be 13 and up.
Yeah, for sure.
13 kids and up in their family.
Yeah. With this adult.
Yeah. A guardian.
Guardian, yeah, that's right.
Well, sometimes the guardians are better than the parents, I'm sure you see that a lot. We don't need to talk about that, do we? Or do you want to? You need to vent?
Talk about whatever you want, man. I'm going to retire soon enough. They can't get me.
Well, for a while there, over this past year, I wanted to start doing that show that you did with me. I can't remember what it was called. About the traffic and road rage and stuff. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
Remember you came over and did one episode with me, and I never did do anything else with it. Well, I'm basically not going to do that. This takes up enough time and it's fun.
Yeah.
This works. I don't need something else.
Yeah, with 4 shows a week. Yeah.
But I still have road rage
Yeah.
because there's an idiot in front of me last night. I went to the grocery store to pick up some food, and my mom's probably watching. She knows that she knows I was going to the store. Anyway, I went up to the Kroger's up at East Point up here, and I had to get back on the interstate to come home. Right on the northbound 79 on ramp. Okay, yes, there's a curve. There's a good curve there where you have to brake. After that, you get up to speed because it's a straight freaking line. And Tom, this is an 8-lane highway.
Yeah.
Right.
Going 65 miles an hour, everybody. So you have to get up to that speed to be able
Most people do 70. Really.
I do 76. You can get away with 76 usually. I cruise at 70. But the purpose of an on-ramp, in any country, it doesn't matter where you are, the purpose of an on-ramp is to get up to speed with the traffic that you're merging into, correct?
You're absolutely right, yes.
This person in front of me, 35 miles an hour, the entire on-ramp. 35.
Which is not bad if they'll pull over to the berm and let you go.
I was about to pull them over to the berm,
Yeah.
like scoot them to the berm. It was, and of course, the person behind me is riding me because they think it's me.
Yeah.
It's not me. Trust me. I whipped her, and so it's 8. So it's 8 lanes. There's 4 on each side, plus is it? Yeah. So there's 3 plus the feeder lane. So you get the on-ramp lane, and then that turns into the exit lane for the next exit.
The smell of.
But there's plenty of time to get over. And this person's going 35 miles an hour on the on-ramp. And it's downhill. So it's like, it's not that your car sucks.
Yeah, but it's really long. There's nowhere to get around them, I'd say, right?
No, I couldn't get around it. But there's plenty of time to get up to speed. And it's not like you're on a curve. Yes,
and you
I know
don't even have to hit the gas pedal because.
No.
Yeah.
Idiots. I whipped around them and blew the horn at them, and I felt a lot better after that,
That thing, I'm with you, man. That kind of thing makes me so mad I could bite a grape.
Why would you bite a grape?
Because you're like, man, I was really mad. I honked my horn.
See, I could have flipped them off, but one, my windows are tinted, and two, it was nighttime.
And I got this new rule.
They wouldn't have seen it.
I got this new rule, man.
But I know they heard me from within the truck.
Don't engage.
What?
I have a buddy whose brother engaged and road rage.
Actually got out.
And the guy shot randomly into his truck, shot him in the leg.
Yeah, people do that. I'm not like
He'll live for the rest of his life, but he was 18, so he's in jail for the rest of his life.
I would never get violent with somebody unless it was self-defense.
Do you all have problems like that in England?
Sure they drive on the wrong side.
No, I mean, well, you do have problems with road rage, but
I wish this lorry would get out of my way.
yeah, get out of the way, mate.
I need a spot of tea.
What are you doing?
He sounds like a pirate.
That's a bit of fun. Obviously, we don't tend to have that many firearms, so it's kind
Really? Why?
Well, they're not really.
Is it a
They're
lot of
not
sword
really
fighting?
legal.
Is it a lot of sword fighting?
There's probably more of that than shooting, to be honest.
Sword. What do they call it?
Swashbuckling. And
Swashbuckling. Yeah.
Oh,
That's more pirates too, though, isn't it?
Yeah, that is.
Swashbuckling. Well, there's a lot of fights like for the we call it soccer, but football teams. There's a lot of but probably not so much anymore. I think we talked about that once.
Yeah, it's not as bad as
not as prevalent anymore. I looked up something close to where you are in London, in Bromley. There's a restaurant up at where the elephant statue is with the weird mouth.
Yeah.
In that same plaza, I guess you call it plaza. There's a restaurant, like a chicken restaurant.
Yeah.
It looks really good.
It's called Nando. Right?
Yeah. We don't have that here.
Nando's is a chain. It's like, it's a bit weird. It's not quite like McDonald's. You get a plate and you do get a knife and fork, but you have to go up and pay for your meal, and you don't. It's a bit weird, but it's huge. I don't know. It came over here.
Landon.
I don't know. Maybe about a couple of years ago, but it's massive, and they're everywhere.
I looked at the menu. And it looks excellent. It looks like
it's nice. If you like chicken, it's really nice.
You have to like chicken. The problem. Yeah.
It's Portuguese, so it's piri kind of.
Yeah, it's like piri sauce and all kinds of stuff. Yeah. But
what's the name of this place again?
Lando's.
Nando's. Yeah.
Yeah. Or is it Mando's with an M or an L?
No, it's with an N for
Nando's.
Nighttime. Yeah.
Kind of like Nando's.
Nando's.
If you're, I don't know. And then there's a pizza place there that looks good. I look at how I Google work.
British pizza.
I was bored. I was bored, and I was looking at. I was like, wonder what they have to eat.
I'll have the pizza with fish and chips. No.
Well, chips. Chips are not chips like wheat chips. They're French fries.
Yeah.
So what do you call French? What do you call chips then? Like potato chips.
Crisps.
Oh, crisp. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and their hood's a bonnet, which is strange. A bonnet's what a baby wears on their head.
Well, they're cookies or biscuits, right?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
So
what your biscuits? Your biscuits.
See, that's why we left that place. Came over here. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I didn't live there.
I didn't either.
I don't know where it came from.
I worked a little bit with the guy that has a record label and a magazine in England. I think he lives in London.
I don't think they have those.
Tom Aldora.
That's him.
Yeah, that's me now.
Hello.
I'm trying to think of his record label, but he's a nice guy, man. He did some good stuff with me and for me.
I want to figure out what the name is.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Aldora Britain Records, I think.
Outdoor?
Okay.
Aldora Britain. Man, he puts out several albums a week.
Huh.
There's a lot of people making music in England, apparently.
Tom's one of them.
Yeah, so what kind of music do you play, Tom?
There you go.
It's sort of kind of, I don't know what I'd call it really. Again, it's difficult to put a genre, isn't it? I suppose I'd call it sort of acid rock.
Oh,
with a bit of, I don't know really.
Do you want me to play something off the new one, or do you want me to go into the roots?
It's up to you, Scott. I would go for something new because that's kind of what I'm doing. But
how about a little bit of Mad Woman?
that looks delicious.
Yeah, if you can. Yeah,
he says it looks delicious. Well, tell him about this, Tom. Tell him about why we're talking about it being a little bit different than your usual stuff.
Okay, so this is with I've got a band together now, and this is with the drummer and guitar player in it who've done these recordings. I've got a bass player. I'm not actually playing bass in the band.
What?
I'm playing keys.
Okay, that's right. Yeah.
And you're the songwriter.
Yes, and singing. So
Before he would just be like one man band thing like you.
yeah, just producing it at home. So this is kind of trying to push it a bit more in a live direction. So yeah, so the last two records, the last kind of I assume it's just like a single. I do like an A and a B side. That's kind of with three of us, because I did something with the drummer before. Yeah, it's definitely a different direction, but it's a direction I'm kind of keen to go in. So yeah.
What is there a certain part of Mad Woman, since it's 11 and a half minutes, is there a certain part of it
Yeah.
you want me to start at?
You could
Like, does she get better at the end of the song? Like,
She does.
It's very good. It's very. I mean,
You
I
can
want to
start-
play the whole thing, but it's just too long to do that.
You can start at the beginning and it'll go through the first couple of verses. Maybe
Okay.
you might be able to get to a chorus.
Okay. All right. Here's Mad Woman by Flamboyant Bone. This is Tom Stuff. Check it.
is that what he calls?
Think of that there, Bo?
I think that was groove-oriented, hard rocking, good shit.
Cool, thank you.
Say bad
And man, you got a great ear for tone. The bass tone is killer, and your voice is nice, man.
Well, he's not
very
playing
much.
bass on that. He's just singing in keys.
Oh,
No, I am playing bass on that.
Oh.
Cool, yeah.
Didn't you just say that you don't play bass?
I do. No, the bass player is a kind of a new addition to the
Oh.
band. He's playing.
Don't confuse me. I like your hat. I like your hat. Your new hat.
oh, I didn't even notice that. What is it?
It's a
I
cock.
think it's a turkey.
Oh, it's on a wrist
way
strap?
around.
Oh, there, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's got little Santa hats on the legs. What? Okay, Tom. I did something too. Well, Bo got me something on his way here. I don't. You guys have Burger King over there?
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't had one of these since I was a child, but
Apparently Charles is real pissed about it though, because he's like, I'm the king.
Who?
Charles,
Charles.
the king,
Chuck.
Okay.
the one.
He's not really the king anymore, is he? What's
Yeah.
going on with the king and the son and Markle and what's going on with that crap? Why do they don't like her? I don't know.
Well,
we don't need to talk about that if you don't want to.
No, it's a big.
I can't get it to go over the headphones, but I'll leave it like that. It works. It's staying. I haven't had one of these since I was a kid.
No, I don't.
Hey, I wanted to ask you, Tom, what's it like putting together and keeping a band together in England? Is it tough or?
It's just like
Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, I mean,
In
one
our
of the
particular area, drummers are.
Oh,
It's hard.
our drummer moved to Nantucket, Tom. We don't even have a drummer anymore.
Oh,
Josh, remember Josh?
gosh.
Yep.
Why did he move to Nantucket? I don't even know where Nantucket is, to be honest. But
It's like Martha's Vineyard. It's like right off Massachusetts. It's just another island, kind of like Martha's Vineyard. It's right next to
The area of our country they call New England.
It's where the president goes to vacation or whatever.
Kennebunk, all them places.
Kennebunk?
yeah, I mean,
I mean-
putting it down together is different. I mean, weirdly, the guys that I've got together, I'm really pleased with it. Really pleased with the sound. But as per usual, they're all busy with other stuff as well. They've all got other projects on the go. So to try, we're kind of meeting up once a month, and I'm going to try and push it next year to kind of a couple of times a month, and just kind of just to keep them interested as well. Because you don't, the thing is they've got other stuff on. It's easy for them to sort of get distracted with certain bits. So it's trying to keep focus on that thing.
Plus, you got to get your shit out there to the people, man. That's good stuff.
Yeah, I'd love to. That's the thing. That's our point. I mean, same as you, isn't it? You want to perform. That's half the fun, right? So, yeah, I mean, it's tricky though. But yeah, I mean, I haven't run a band as a kind of band leader for many years, so it's a bit of a
Same.
kind of.
That's a different gig too. Like
Yeah.
I kind of, I mean, like, well, with Deviant Cause,
Yeah, because your name
I'm not the
is
leader.
on the marquee, like.
I didn't really do that.
Oh,
On what marquee?
well, like I had a guy played with me, and he would get like,
Well, just my pictures on there.
well, he would get kind of moody about like certain things or whatever, and he'd sing into the mic often, and I'm like, dude, if you want to get wasted when your name's on the marquee, do it. But when my name's on the
that's true.
marquee, don't.
Well, no,
I never booked any shows. With
So where
him
we're
ever
playing on the first, and Bo's playing, Deviant Cause is playing, and 3 Leagues to Rome from Pittsburgh's playing. See, 3 Leagues wanted to come down and play. They wanted to play a show in West Virginia. Well, they closed the venue that we played at in March. It's gone. It's something else now. So that's no longer there, and because that's what I would have picked. But I was like, there's a really good place down in Dunbar, which is just south of Charleston, West Virginia.
made for
Really good
musicians.
place. The place is just the sound, the lights, everything is great there.
Everything is centered on the performers.
Yeah, it's there's a bar there, but it's like on the side.
Yeah.
There's a really comfortable seats to sit in. I mean, it's really
I played there, and the first thing I noticed, I was like, "Whoa, skid-proof stage!"
Yeah, I mean,
I'm like,
it's
what else
made
will this
for,
place behold?
Well,
you know?
the guy that owns it, or the people that own it, are they provide the equipment for like the festivals and things, like the big
yeah.
speakers and the lights and stuff.
And they record all acts, audio and visual.
Do they?
Oh yeah.
I better tell them to just minus the visual on us. I don't know.
And when we played there, not one phone was out during the show, and other than
Well, like
ordering a
recording
beer,
you?
or just that it was everybody was just sitting
Yeah,
focused on the
it's
music.
very
They didn't really
if you
talk.
walk in, because I've been there a few times, but I've walked in when there's a band playing, and it's not like the place that even when you walk in, it's not bright, but you can see where you're going. It's not like. But you walk in and there's a podium right there where you pay the guy, to get in, and
Kinda like a little
You walk
theater.
around and the bar's right there, and then but you see what's happening when you as soon as you walk in the door. It's really a great.
All
place.
the artwork down the halls created by the people that work there.
Yep. It's called Live at the Shop.
When we played there, you had to be invited to play there.
I mean, maybe really. Mm-hmm. It might have been when they first opened or something.
It wasn't. Hadn't been.
I had a
open for
guy
long
on.
time.
I had a guy on about a year and a half ago, something like that. Maybe 2 years ago. Michael Grass. He does a podcast called.
Now is that his real
called
name?
Yeah. It's called Grassroots 304. It's his podcast,
cool.
and he interviews. He had Afro Man on because Afro Man played there for 420 last year. That's the guy that did. What was the song that he did?
I can't remember.
Oh, you
It's
would- you
because
should know.
we got-
It wasn't the thong song. That was. I don't know, it was something about getting high or something. But
Yeah.
afro, man, he's got this big afro, and he's a very popular guy. Well, he played there, and he so that where Michael does his show is pretty much on the wall opposite the stage. So like on the other side of the stage, but kind of in the back. And it's got black lights and stuff, and couches and stuff, and you just see Afro Man just like sitting there like all spread out and stuff doing the show. But he interviews bands just like I do, but he just doesn't do his live. Is the only difference. So I interviewed him on my show, a while back, and we met in person when I would come down there to see bands, and so I was like, hey, can you? And he goes there. I don't know if he gets if he's monetized on his show or is paid through the venue or just by doing his show. I don't know how that works. They got that worked out. So I was like, hey, you think you could get a band in from Pittsburgh? I was like, we're wanting to play with them also. He goes, oh yeah, let me get back to you with the date. So it was like that easy.
All right.
So he might be doing a little bit of that too. But then he was like, when he's like, yeah, here's a couple dates to choose from. He's like, you want to, he's like, we usually do 3 bands or 4, but if you want to do just 3, he said, is there another band that that would want to play? And I was like, I could come up with somebody.
Well, the band's actually in his head, but
yeah, I mean, I'm bebopping right now. I mean,
Make
what
something
kind of
up.
music do you want? But he was like, so I'm thinking, how about somebody from around that area that could bring people in?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And yeah, I do a show, but I've only done a few people from down
I'll
that
bring
way.
a few people out.
So I was like,
A few million.
I was like, I did ask a band in Pittsburgh because I owe them.
Was this before you asked me?
It was. I'm sorry.
Dude.
I know. Yeah. The gloves are off now.
I'm not coming back.
Well, the reason I asked, I
I
owe
just
them,
realised I'd ripped those headphones off now, Bo. Just storm out.
me or him.
Okay.
So no, but I needed to ask them because they were I've been owing them a show. I owe you a show too, for like a couple. Well, not a couple years, maybe a year. But I had COVID when they wanted to be on before, so I couldn't do the show when they asked me. And then the lead singer got COVID when I was going to, because I'm going to go up to Pittsburgh to them and do the show with them. Because when they were on the show the first time, they played in their garage and it with one microphone dropped down and it sounded great. And they're like they're just kids,
Yeah.
but they're doing very well. They have more band members now, and I want to go up and meet them in person and all that stuff. But I did ask them, but they at the time they couldn't let me know in the time that I needed because Michael kept saying, do you have somebody yet? And I was like, not yet. They were just basically wanting to get it confirmed and get it booked.
Yeah.
And so I was like, Bo, friend,
I was going to say, he might not want me back in there after I accidentally set off the drum machine right in the middle of
that's right.
Aristotle's show.
Go ahead and tell that story.
So my old keyboard, where you put the power cable in, it wouldn't stick real good sometimes. And in the middle of the show, it inadvertently come unplugged, so I just plugged it back in. But what I didn't remember is, like, if you're not careful when turning it on, there was a button you'd hit, and it would activate this annoyingly loud drum machine.
What did it sound like?
And so Dave, after that, he reprogrammed it so it's something quiet. But so Aristotle was at a quiet point in his show, and I got that thing plugged in, and it goes boom, boom, bop, boom, 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 bop, boom, boom, bop. I mean, we're talking like an older seated audience, quiet. And man,
What did the audience do? They thought that was part of the song?
they didn't react, and
What did Aristotle do?
he's pro, man. He was like, shut the fuck up. Backhanded me.
Aristotle. Okay, so we got to tell Tom who Aristotle was. Aristotle was on the show on the Facebook years or the Facebook months that I was on.
Right before I was on.
Yeah, Aristotle Jones lives. He's out of Morgantown, and I just saw him on Facebook. I didn't know who he was.
Tremendously good guy.
And he came on, and it was like a year and a half before we even met in person. He just lives right up 30 minutes from here. We just never. And we met at the Battle of the Bands for that festival that they did a Battle of the Bands one night with Intoxicated Zinnish. Anyway, so and we gave each other a hug when we first met because we knew exactly who each other were. Like it wasn't like, hey Aristotle, hey Scott. It was just like, But he's got a band also, and Bo plays keys in his band now. Or you have for how many? 2 years?
Couple years.
Yeah. And he travels. They
I also
did that.
sometimes am featured dancing.
I thought you quit doing that because
No.
he yelled at you.
No, it's crazy. Man.
Happens.
No, but he travels all over the place. We were talking about that on the break. He's what's the thing he's with?
He's a fellow with the West Virginia Black Storytellers. Plus, we did this summer. We did 34 shows in 11 states.
That's not that many.
States or shows? I'm not sure.
Murphy says hello. He came into the room and meowed. He knows Tom.
Something we run into with bands in West Virginia, I've noticed my whole life, is all the dudes in West Virginia either want to play guitar.
That's true.
Or maybe if they do acoustic music, maybe the mandolin, but not the
ukulele
bass.
too. I'm seeing.
Please watch your language.
God bless you. Right.
But and bass is like, oh, dude, I'm getting demoted.
But see, there's
I'm
a lot
not
of
playing bass, man.
A lot of guitar players that can also.
My classical degree's in tuba, by the way.
There's a lot of bass players that can also play, or a lot of guitar players that can also play bass, or vice versa. I can't do any of that.
Most of them sound like a guitar player playing bass.
Well, Rick does that too. He'll get on a guitar and sound like, well, it's actually the other way around. When he plays that 8-string we were talking about, Rick, the guy who plays bass, because
I feel like if a guy shows up with 8 strings, he's making a statement. He's like, by God, I'm going to play on all.
Well, I mean, I think it's not. I don't think he's here now, but he was here forever, and Rob finally picked it up, and you just can't play it. It's just.
Is that an 8-string like it's got like it would be like a 12-string guitar?
Yes.
It's got another,
it's tuned exactly. Yeah,
and it's fretless. No, God, that'd be even worse.
It might. I think it might be, honestly. It's a Schecter, I think.
What kind of bass you play?
Just a regular P bass, just a Fender P bass.
Mm-hmm.
What's the upright?
The upright. Well, I don't even know what it is. It's a Czech. It's a Czech plywood upright.
It's from the Black Forest of England. Yeah. It's haunted.
It's from one of those castles. One of those mini castles. Do you want to? Are you able to pluck it so we can hear it, or does it not play with?
I might be able to.
Yeah. You like that? Hurry up! Hurry up! It kind of sounds like this.
Just change the color.
That's back to the other one.
No, I had green.
Okay.
Oh, that's just a great big fiddle.
Oh yeah, it's the Zoom thing. It's not coming through.
Sounds great. I never knew music like that could exist.
Yeah, I don't know.
It doesn't come through because of the Zoom setup. But
they got a nice shine on it.
Probably waking my kids up by doing that, so that's okay.
Yeah,
beautiful piece of wood.
Yeah, it is. It's going on. Let's see, they're 5 hours ahead over there. So
so it's like 8.
It's 1 a.m. there.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So he doesn't want to wake up his kids.
1 a.m. and the man has a chicken on his head, a turkey.
Okay. Sorry, I was reading a text message.
Is that neck on that bass wider than normal?
No, it's fairly standard. It's a 3/4 size. They don't really get a lot taller. They get kind of wider than like some of the big classical ones. Like
that's the way the women in America are.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's some kind of reference we can put in there.
I saw a band that they had upright bass.
I saw a band.
I was in a band with a guy that played upright bass, and the neck hung out. He put it in the back seat, and the neck hung out of his cheap car.
Right.
Hung out of the window.
Save the neck for me, Clark.
We nicknamed his car the Groove Caddy, but I saw Danger Muffin, and I didn't know they make these now to where the neck will come loose and fold into the body.
Yeah. They've got all sorts of weird stuff like that. I've seen ones. I went to a bass show, and there was a guy, and I couldn't work out what it was. It was an aluminium body as well. And I think you could remove the neck on that. And he seemed to think it was old. It was an old bass that they might have had. It might have been a wartime thing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know, they didn't want it to get shot up, sort of thing. You know, so
no, when we beat them.
There's a
war.
There's a site. I think it's Shithead Steve. There's a website that has like funny T-shirts, and a lot of them are like about the Americans beating the British and stuff. Like what the hell's a kilometer? Like stuff like that. It's just stupid. All right, I want to do this version of Offstage. It's not really going to be like Offstage like we normally have it because it's just basically just some facts about Christmas, some weird facts.
I don't see a stage really either.
Well, it's Offstage.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So I'm gonna play this, and this is usually I'm gonna do this before there's a song. So like when there's a band on or a guest on, I'll play some music. So that's why it says next. That's why she says next, but this is the sample for that.
Unfiltered, unexpected. We're going off stage next.
It's going to work out, I think. It's going to work out.
Yeah.
Did he say that?
Yeah, that was pale. Actually, he did. Michael Jackson did talk like that. Anyway. Okay, I just kind of had the AI come up with some facts. So basically, it was just scouring the internet, which was what I would have done anyway. You know. So these are a little bit as Tom would say, naughty, right?
Naughty.
I kind of want to skip around on them though. But okay, the candy cane, right? Legend has it that candy canes were invented by a choir master in Germany to keep children quiet during church services. Anybody? No?
Yeah, I know about that. They would suck on them until they got sharp, and they would actually poke the children with them.
Seriously?
Shut the fuck up, you're in church.
Eggnog. Do you drink the eggnog, Tom?
Not really. I don't really know what it is. It's more of a thing in the US. Is it like sort of?
I don't even. Is it really a thing here?
I think
Is
it's
it
like
alcoholic?
milk and raw eggs or something.
But it's got like rum in it and stuff. Like,
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
just
it's like
drink
a-
the rum, you know.
It says eggnog was a popular drink among the wealthy in the 18th century, often spiked with brandy or rum, which is pretty much spiked with it now.
But you don't have to be wealthy.
No,
No.
you can be very poor, honestly, under the bridge. Okay, this one I didn't know.
A terrible, unfortunate name that, hey, man, you want some nog?
Do a small rendition of Baby It's Cold Outside, a cappella. Go.
Baby, it's cold outside.
Thank you. All right, so I don't know if you've heard this song, Tom, but it says this Christmas song has faced some controversy in recent years due to its suggestive lyrics. It says some interpret as promoting date rape.
Maybe it's cold outside.
Well,
I don't
that
see
one
the
verse
date rape
says,
part.
baby, it's cold outside. Won't you let me get up in them guts?
Oh, is that what? Okay. I don't know how I missed that before.
Yeah. I know.
How about fruit? Do you eat fruitcake?
Yeah.
Says fruitcake has a long and somewhat scandalous history.
He's the first person I've ever known that actually ate them.
So, in Victorian England, which I guess is different than regular England, unmarried women would place a slice of fruitcake under their pillows, hoping to dream of their future husbands. Aww.
It's dream
Don't
cake.
know. That's true.
I don't know. It says
Well, I
just
know-
what it says.
I know that fruitcake lasts. It lasts forever, doesn't it? So you can make it
They
last.
say it
for
does,
like-
yeah.
Yeah. So
When I
maybe,
was a kid, our grandparents would give it to our parents in a tin, and it would sit on our table, and nobody would
Like a
touch it
ham.
for months. Yeah, it looked
Not
pretty
eating
A lot of this is England stuff. I don't know why, but maybe it
because that's where Christmas was
knows
invented.
Tom's on the show. It says, believe it or not, Christmas cards in Victorian England often featured some surprisingly suggestive imagery, Tom. Flowers, robins, and even the act of exchanging gifts were laden with hidden sexual meanings. Rrr. You know?
Hey, baby, I put a bow on there.
Well, the Victorian England. This is all to do with Victoria's husband. Albert he was mad on Christmas, and he brought it all together. Where we have all the things with trees, that's all him because he was a German. So it's a bit Germanic type.
So what's the
of thing.
difference between Victorian England and England?
Nothing. Just the fact that it was in 18.
18,
Was it the late
18th.
1800s?
Yeah, 1860 or something.
Why did they
to
call it
sort of-
Victorian England?
Because it was Queen Victoria.
Okay. So who's the queen now?
It's the king, as Bo rightly said. It's
Oh,
called
so-
Charles.
Why don't they call it Charles?
I always assumed it
Chuck
was
England.
she had great influence.
Yeah,
Is why they call
yeah,
it that.
Yeah, it's
Basically, to tell you who was in power during that time.
yeah, kind of. But yeah,
Right.
this bloke Albert was really, really into Christmas.
Iceland, I've never featured on the show, but I'd like to feature a band in Iceland. But it says in Iceland, there's a tradition that involves 13 mischievous Yule lads who visit children in the 13 days leading up to Christmas. Each one has a quirky and sometimes naughty personality. For example, Spoon Licker licks spoons, which is weird. Door Slammer slams doors at night, and Sausage Swiper smells sausages. It's basically talking about elves. That's where the elves.
No, fucking
Yeah.
I don't know how the AI could just
Swiping
come up with
elves.
that. You know? Yeah, Spoon Licker. Hey, get out of here, you Spoon Licker. Yeah.
Hey, man, in case you were wondering, I got all the wounds picked.
And then since this is kind of more of a music show, I figured I'd touch on some music things. So, you're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. Everybody knows the Mr. Grinch things. It's is it Thurl Ravenscroft? Is that how you say his name? Thurl.
Thurl Ravenscroft.
He was also the voice of Tony the Tiger in Frosted Flakes.
Oh.
They're great.
Great. Yeah.
The Christmas. Let's see. Studies have shown that Christmas music can evoke feelings of nostalgia, joy, and even sadness. It can also trigger memories and associations with past holidays.
And it can cause. It can also cause great stress. God.
Especially on Black Friday, which is not.
Then we go to these concerts.
Yeah.
Oh,
I used to come home from work, and when I was married, she would have the house smelling good, and Christmas music playing. I'd walk in, I'd say, "Turn that music off." I feel so bad for her.
here's the last England reference. Christmas carols were once banned. In the 17th century, Oliver Cromwell banned Christmas carols in England because he considered them to be too frivolous and associated with pagan traditions. I did not know
Yeah.
that.
Well, Cromwell famously cancelled Christmas completely 2 years in a row.
Wow.
And he was, which is always kind of amusing because he was a fundamentalist Christian.
Yeah.
And he you know, it complete. So it was really odd that he would, but he disliked it. So compared to the other guy, he completely cancelled it for 2 years.
He did it with the declaration of "Bah humbug."
I don't know if you noticed this whole time, Tom, but Bo's been changing colors of his hat tonight.
I have, yes.
My hat's been changing colors.
Well, I was gonna ask you both to change your hats again when I read this while I read this next one, because
From a distance, he looks.
we're
somewhat
almost
like the
done.
Pope.
We're almost done. So the Christmas song, you know, the Chestnuts song. What is it? Mel Torme? Is that how you say his name?
Mel Torme?
Mel Torme. He wrote the Christmas song on a sweltering hot day in July to try to cool himself down.
Huh.
I actually read more about that on the Wikipedia thing that you're supposed to pay for every time you get on there.
Yeah, the guy that wrote Jingle Bell Rock was napping on a beach, and when he woke up, there were pine trees, and the rhythm they were
That's
going
not true.
to.
Is that true?
Yeah.
No.
And I saw a Brenda Lee documentary the other night, and
Brenda Lee.
the one that sung it, and he came up with Jingle Bell. Jingle
Did you know my dad's Eddie Arnold?
Is he? One of my favorite actors.
Well, Eddie Arnold was a musician. In the
Eddie
60s.
Eddie Arnold.
That's my dad.
What'd he do?
Played music
For whom?
himself and the audience. No,
Really?
I love this one.
Was that like the 50s?
Did you have any other hat, or are you out of colors?
No.
You had this one on once. This
I did, yeah.
this seems to be the ending one. No, I think it was the dreadlocks you ended with one year. It's something. I don't know. What is that supposed to be? You
I
know?
think it's like a monster. It's got claws.
It doesn't look very scary.
Look
Eyes.
He's awesome,
You can,
man.
I could see wearing that with the kids at the school.
I
be hilarious.
my third grade this year.
Oh, come on. Okay.
With the pointy shoes. And
When he
everything.
said he collected hats also, this is not what I was. Is that a Cracker Barrel hat?
Yeah,
it is a
but-
Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel. I don't know if you guys have them over there. It's just kind of like a Bob Evans. I know you don't have that there either, but
They're good places to eat good old American food.
Cracker Barrel is more of a South thing, but we have them here too. It's just a chain.
They
like,
call them Cracker
Yeah.
Barrel because the people that go in there, man, that place is like
Full of white
bunch
people.
of crackers in a
full
barrel.
of white people. Yeah. No, it's not. It's just it's really good food. Really, I mean,
It
it's,
is.
it's like Southern cooking, like biscuits and gravy.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd love to
Everything
try
keeps-
some of that because that's the sort of thing you just wouldn't get. Obviously you get kind of
What's-
American burgers and stuff like that, but you
What
wouldn't.
was the ketchup called that we were talked about that one time? That you guys-
Daddy sauce.
yeah, Daddy's sauce. Can you believe? Can you believe? Like,
Dude, I got a movie in my closet that's the same title.
it's yeah. There you go. Or that, or that could be this.
Put that trombone away. Shut.
Or it could be this. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you, people in the cheap seats.
Anyway, the cheap seats. You're in the cheap.
I am.
I don't know what this one is, but let's listen to it.
Oh my lord, that's so
That was
cheap.
good.
It's a preset thing.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-bow.
Anyway, Jackie Wild. Thanks to Jackie Wild for making me the samples for the show, because that's something I'm going to incorporate on. I needed something for the offstage thing anyway. There's another version of the offstage thing that I'll use, and then there's another thing like something like this, kind of like an identification, like you know how radios will do like a station identification thing. We'll just pause for a second and say it's kind of like that. I don't know when I would ever use it, but I have it.
I think
You're
it's good.
plugged
It's
in.
kind of,
You're
Crap.
plugged
Even-
in to Acute Mania Live.
Something like that, just
Yeah.
randomly, you know.
I mean, you've got like sort of better gear throughout the time you've been doing. I mean, this is kind of it's still just put new stuff in. It's great. Yeah. Sounds
Although
good.
when I got here, I walked in and I saw him hit a button and it goes, "Scott, you're good looking, you're
Yeah.
smart, and gosh darn it,
You're
people
the-
like
I
you."
guess- I got one of
You're
those-
the best.
I got one of those voice boxes put into Pale, and I just press a button remotely, and he says it. You remember Pale Jackson, don't you? Yeah, Tom knows who Pale is. I'm not gonna get him down.
I think that's
enough.
the lead singer of
Carol
Simply Red.
It's either Carol Burnett.
Holding back
He looks
the
like either
years.
Carol Burnett or Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
Definitely not like Michael Jackson, but to me he does. He's Michael
Yeah.
Jackson to me, but he's Pale Jackson
To a 16-year-old boy from Clarksburg, he was once Michael Jackson.
or Justin Bieber, something like that. Have you been following the Diddy scandal?
Not really.
Good. I don't want to talk about it anyway. I'm just asking.
Okay. Yeah, no.
It's kind of like you know how we are on here. Have you been following President Biden? He tripped on the steps again. No, see, we don't want to even get into that. So okay,
When he fell down,
I don't
just
have
said, "Died in."
I don't have any plans to do I always do a year in review preview show at the end of the year. So I'll review the year. I think you did that one with me also, didn't you, Tom? Or no?
I don't think I've done that one.
No,
with-
you
not
haven't
sure.
done that. It was I'd have to go back and see who did that one with me.
I refuse to do
It
like
was
preview shows.
Alex
dude.
Danilla from up PA. He did that show with me that last year. But I don't know if I'll do it this year since I have Paulo Foggia on the 28th. I think it would be too much, for the big.
Say
January.
that band name again.
Paulo Foggia.
Is that the China?
That's China. Yes. It means something in China. I can't remember. It means it's. I have it somewhere.
May you stay. It's
It's on their Bandcamp.
It's a brand of soy sauce over there.
Let me look here.
You know, those girls get those Chinese tattoos. I'm like, they'll say, "Hey, look now." I'm like, "Sorry, but I know how to speak that stuff." And it actually says soy sauce. Your tattoo says soy sauce.
It does not say soy sauce. Sweet
They're
sauce.
like, "No, it doesn't
Where is
really."
that? I have that somewhere. Their bio. They showed me how to write Acute Mania Live in the here it is. In Chinese. That's Acute Mania Live.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Yep. So I'll put that up on YouTube again.
But I already knew that. I'm gonna look at it.
Well, I'm sure you did. I'm gonna get it on my. I'm gonna get a tramp stamp of it. You see my tattoo, Tom? You saw it.
I did, yeah.
Dream the Heavy one. Yeah, they haven't seen that. They haven't seen
it.
that in person yet, so they will see that tomorrow when I go.
That's it. What's that?
So the
say?
Wonder Ball. It doesn't say anything. It's a sigil.
A sigil?
Look it up. Yeah, I'll tell you what it is. Let's see. Where I'm trying to find the. I don't know. I can't. Anyway, you'll have to watch the show to find out what Paulo Foggia means because I can't remember. I can't find
Okay.
it.
Cool.
But they're very good. Like I said, they've been on. I think a little over 2 years ago. It's been quite a while since they've been on. But they just put out a new album, and it's like I don't. You have to go listen to it.
Say the name again.
I
just
didn't even
looked
get the
it
letters right for the thing tonight.
I just looked it up. It means Chinese duo.
Well, that's strange because they're a trio.
Oh, I thought you said they were a duo.
No, that's the Philippines.
So why do you think you've never had a band from Iceland? That's interesting.
What do you mean?
Are
Why
there
do I think
Icelandic bands?
I've never had an. I just never have done that country yet.
Well, everybody had to leave, didn't they? 'Cause
Oh, it's known. It's of course I have to click on it because okay, it translates to afraid of complication. Paulo Foggia.
Okay.
It's,
ask your doctor if polyphagia is right for you.
But yeah, they're very good. You know what? I'll just play a little bit of it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I was gonna play some Acute
I've always
Mania
got some room for
electronic music,
polyphagia in my life.
whatever. Let's play a little bit of stuff.
What's that? Oh, show.
What? Yeah, I have to. Well, I'll tell you that later. I'll tell you that later.
System. You got a system.
Let's see. We'll play a little bit of DA because DA's
We're
good.
currently discussing
We'll also
Scott's
listen-
porn files.
We'll also listen to this song on the show, but this is off their new album called Tunnel Vision. It's called DA, but we'll just listen to a little bit of it.
It's an English word.
I'm taken with you, elusive my muse. You stare me outside the box in my mind, vibrant and new. Forget what is.
So yeah, that's the 28th.
Yeah.
If you like what you hear there, we're gonna listen to that entire song, and I think it's either Rushing or I can't remember the other song we're gonna listen to. But the new album's called Tunnel Vision. It's very good. I've listened to the entire thing a lot. And
is there some of the members from the US? Or are they?
yes, the lead guy Chris is from Morgantown, which is right up the road from me.
Oh, okay.
But I didn't know him
Right.
when he was here. I
How
didn't know him
weird.
when he was here, but he lives over there and he's married and everything, and he lives in China.
Right.
Yep. So it'll be fun. It'll be fun to see those guys again and
Yeah.
and talk about what they've been up to. They've been playing a lot and touring a little bit over in China. And, yeah.
Ooh,
They should come play
interesting.
in Morgantown.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of difficult with visas and stuff, especially from China, especially after the whole COVID debacle. I don't know. I don't talk about those things on the show, so whatever.
Yeah, man, let's not get political.
But I mean, like they can't really like promote much because the government wants involved. You know, they
Yeah,
communists,
I mean,
so.
And if they come here, there's also kids, like this has been going on, that other Chinese people will tell them people, they'll call back home and tell them.
Seriously?
Oh, yeah. I heard a whole thing
That's-
about it on
yeah.
National Public Radio. I don't think British people do that.
NPR, they're truth tellers.
Ooh, what are you sipping on?
well, it's actually 0% Guinness.
Okay.
He drinks non-alcoholic. Yes.
For
yeah,
is that for all you children watching? It's just
It
medicine.
is. It is. It's.
it's sleepy time tea, right?
It is.
Do you guys have? It's actually called sleepy time tea. It's just like hot tea, but I don't know who makes it. I think several people do, but like it's just I've never had it, but I think it tastes like you're supposed to put honey in it, but which I
Right.
think do with tea anyway. But you don't have that over there. You just have English
Do you-
tea, right?
Do you ever drink hot tea? Do you drink hot tea?
I just drink coffee.
Yeah.
I drink. I'm historically more of a tea drinker,
Right.
Hot tea or
but
iced?
I don't drink that import stuff. I drink American tea. Which I
I don't think there is any American tea. If it is, it's not very good.
No,
Like Philly Blunt.
just depends on what I want. Like, there's so many teas you can pick, like how you feel that moment. I'm going to take this one. 'cause
They do offer it. Like, okay, so especially when I went on that tour with Ray to Z, you know, I stayed in hotels, but you know they have every room now has the Keurig coffee maker in the
Yeah,
room.
right.
It's just a smaller one, but they also offer cups or like the little cups of tea. Like
Oh,
it's
okay.
but and it's black tea was one of them. I have them in there, and then but I guess. I don't know anything about tea. Why are we even talking about this?
The tea I like is called Constant Comment. I don't know if it's available in England or if it's just American.
Constant Comment?
Constant Comment.
Do you have that over there?
It's got little bits of orange in it.
What's the most known tea over there? I guess or brand.
Well, I mean, tea is just kind of most of the time it comes in a bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, like tea bags.
Yeah.
Do you know that? Yeah. I mean,
But I don't know.
thank you. Sorry.
There's different brands of tea. There's Tetley, PG Tips.
Does
Yorkshire
Daddy Sauce
tea.
have a tea?
No, it doesn't. But
Yeah, it's
But
good
these-
tea.
Hot. Go ahead.
they all taste the same. Really. I mean, they're just tea. It's not. I don't know. It's kind of a very basic drink. There's nothing really special about
So
that.
you know how we have like Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts, like coffee shops. Is there tea shops in England?
Yeah, but not like that.
Cool people don't go there. I mean, come on, dude.
No, I mean it's kind of I mean we've got we got Starbucks and stuff as well, obviously, but it's no tea shops. You can have like a cream tea, like in the west of the country. There's
It's like milk in it or cream or something.
no, it's like it's you get like a sort of weird thing in the middle of the table with sandwiches, and then
And then you pour some
scones.
daddy sauce in it.
Like an afternoon
Yeah,
tea
no.
is actually food and stuff too.
Yeah, so it's called a tea, but you will have
Tea-
tea with
tea.
it.
Okay.
But it's a thing, yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Is that like the Who song? It's time for toast and tea. Do they have toast with their tea or something?
Well, yeah, but you said
Yeah,
they
yeah,
sandwiches.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, generally, yeah, you can have toast with your tea.
You know who
absolutely.
Alan Watts is?
Yeah.
Alan Watts is they're from the same hometown.
Okay.
Yep.
Was Alan Watts that is in a wheelchair?
The philosopher.
Am I thinking of the right guy? Oh, Alan Watts. Okay.
Who are you thinking of? The Star Wars guy?
I was thinking of the guy that was. He's associated around the Pink Floyd kind of.
Tell me about
But he
like
had his own band.
I don't know. No,
Yeah, I know you mean.
my electronic stuff.
He fell out of a window.
I don't know if
broke
you've heard
his
it
back.
yet.
He's been
Robert
paralyzed.
Wyatt, you're thinking.
Robert
of.
Wyatt. Yes.
Oh, wait.
Plays a wonderful flugelhorn.
Good job, Tom.
That's right, people. We clap for him.
You guys have any more hats? Any more hats before we go?
Dude, I'm bald. I've got hats for days.
Tom, just keep floating them, keep exchanging them. You know, if you have many left, just keep putting them on throughout the
Put
last
this one
song here.
on. This one.
Oh, what's this one? Is this one floppy?
No, this one's just
Oh,
very
hey, that's the
basic.
spirit.
But
That's
it's got
the
the
spirit.
ears.
Don't forget to hang that one up by the chimney before you go to bed.
Why?
Okay, I thought it was a stocking at first.
Oh,
No, it's got
I got some
elf
stockings
ears.
back in the closet. You want to see them?
And a garter.
Yeah.
Hey, here's a good old West Virginia hat.
Is that the? Yep. It's camouflage. It's definitely West
It
Virginia.
actually came from Cigar City in Tampa, Florida. But
What's not a West Virginia hat then? Oh, it's like a.
it's camo, man.
It's
Do they wear
I
camo?
I can't
in
now. I
England?
can't see Bo. Where'd he go? Where is he?
Do people wear camo in England? That like
Yeah,
The punk rockers.
yeah, sometimes or soldiers.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, big into soldiers
most of them are Liverpudlians.
or soldiers. They call them over here.
What?
Are you a soldier?
Man, I love watching videos of those guys in the black hats that stand down from the. People try to fuck with them, man.
I guess it's better than the guys with the white hats over here.
Well, they guard. They stand down from the castle's
Oh,
guard.
the guys with the big. Yeah, there's a
Man,
soldiers.
there's
right?
an American
Soldiers.
dude like up in his face and shit, and he hit that guy.
Oh,
once, and
yeah,
that
I
guy,
know what you're talking
that
about.
guy hit the ground flat and was out.
I know. Yeah, I've seen that.
And he
Yeah.
told him, "Stand down from the guard." It's terrifying when they yell
I
that.
remember that. I remember that clip. Yeah, that was a clip. Yeah, I remember. They're just soldiers, right? That's what they're called.
Yeah, they're I think they're Scots and Grenadier Guards. They're guardsmen. It's a particular
Bad
regiment.
motherfuckers.
What the hell are they guarding? You know?
Who
I
knows?
think they yell like stand down from the Queen's Castle or something. I think
Yeah.
they say.
Something.
I saw a video. Somebody walked by and they were going cunt, 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 and
That's not
they
very
walked
nice.
by that guy, and after they got by him, he hollered down the sidewalk, cunt.
It was you, wasn't it?
Well, and then he pulled up his skirt and showed him.
Oh, but before I forget, Tom's in a Billy Joel cover band. Is it Billy Joel?
No, it's Elton John.
Elton John cover band.
I,
Fan base.
I started learning his stuff this year because I wanted to get better on keys.
Yeah.
And
Where'd they go?
yeah, I've always liked him a little bit, but man, that dude is prolific.
He's a good piano player as well. Actually,
He-
piano's isn't
Oh,
that
he's a
tricky.
bad motherfucker, and his fingers are like that long, and they're chubby.
Yeah,
like
right. Yeah. Yeah.
But he like I forgot. I read he had 40 top 20 hits, and like 16 of those were number ones.
Really?
That's huge. Think about that.
Well, not his fingers. His fingers aren't. Is that what you're saying? I don't know. I was looking. I was doing something else here.
What's your favorite Elton John song?
What's your favorite color?
Oh, that's a tough one. I don't know. Weirdly, I'm not a huge fan, but
But he's in the cover band.
I'm in the cover band. But yeah, I don't know. To play, I really like things like Tiny Dance is a good song to play. It's got
What's your favorite one?
Right now I'm really big fan of
I like the one from Lion King.
Goodbye Yellow Brick Road.
Yeah,
I like the one
that's
from
a great
Lion
song.
King that he did. That's one really the only one I know.
My choir performed Candle in the Wind.
Yeah.
I taught them that the year after.
That's a boring hell. That's a really boring song. Why would they want to do that? Anyway, Tom, thanks again for doing the Christmas show, the Christmas
It's my
spectacular.
pleasure,
Bo,
Scott.
welcome to the Christmas show. You need
Thank
to do this
you.
every year with us.
Yeah.
Get some more damn hats because you're not competing very well here. I was thinking
No,
of-
I think the hats.
maybe it's me that should get
I
some
kind of
hats.
felt like I
It
was
is.
bringing it with the hat game.
Maybe I'll start doing shades. You know,
This
Yeah.
one's Health Net. These two are not easy to come by.
come by. I will be back on the 28th, which is I don't know what I think it's a Saturday. Is it
When do you all celebrate Christmas in England? I'm just
on
being-
Good Friday,
Yeah.
Easter? Do you guys have Good Friday? I guess everybody has a Good Friday.
Yeah, everyone's a good Friday.
My Fridays are good.
Do you go to church on Christmas Eve?
No. I
Sometimes
don't
people
give-
only go to church on Christmas Eve. That's it. That's the entire.
Yeah, there is people that do, but I never go to church.
Here,
so.
there's people that go on Christmas and Easter, and the regular parishioners refer to them as creasters. I'm like, that's cool.
Never heard of
because that's what Jesus would do.
I do want to say something. So I went down to Gastonia, North Carolina, which is just west of Charlotte, and saw this band, American Theory. So
Theory.
American Theory.
Okay.
American Theory. They've been on the show before I went and saw them. But I went and saw them live, and Sunbreak played, and Sway, and Shallow Signals. They'll be on soon. Anyway, Sunbreak has been on about a year and a half ago, and they're going to come back on again. But they are in about the same predicament as the Asheville, North Carolina people. Only they dealt with wind and not flooding. Their practice space was sliced in half by a gigantic tree, so they have no practice space. And the news media has gone away from that. There's no coverage of that stuff anymore. And I see it online.
Did the news media even show up?
They did when it first happened. Yeah, when it first happened, like the day of it happened. FEMA is not around, like especially for Asheville.
Nobody's helping them.
Nobody's helping them, but they do need help. If you can help them financially, I don't know. You can look online where to donate and stuff. But I'm going to have them on, and we're going to do something for them on the show here. I told them I was like, I want to have you guys back.
For that band specifically?
Yes, I was like, I want to have you guys back on, but since you're dealing with that stuff, I was like, you guys figure out where we can get donations sent to, and
Let's throw them a telethon.
We'll do something like that. Yeah, we'll do not a telethon. We're not going to do that. not people in the background with old phones and headsets. Like that's the only thing I like. The Jerry
Hand
Lewis
the camera
ones.
up to the phones. Yeah,
but I want to do something for them because they're other people are doing fundraisers.
I imagine
and
it
stuff, and
did a lot of damage to their music gear.
I don't know. No, I think they got most of it out before the storm got there, but their space is destroyed.
Yeah.
And so they have nowhere. They practice like at the one guy's house, but like it's not. It's just
They,
not the
they
same.
can't even get water
Nothing's the
down there.
same,
It's going to be a while before they rebuild.
and just other things family wise is just destroyed, and there's no help coming.
That could be a beacon. of hope
And
for 'em.
Asheville's really bad. You can't even get to Tennessee from North Carolina anymore because Interstate 40 is cut off. It was washed out.
Really?
So when
that
I was down
many
there, when I was
times?
down there for that show, I instead of going back to Charlotte and going up the interstate, I went north up to Hickory, North Carolina, and stayed there. And from Hickory, you get on Interstate 40 and back. You go back east and then up. And I saw a convoy. I swear, about 20 vehicles of those electric trucks. Like when there's a storm here, there's a guy comes out with a boom on it and he fixes the electric poles. There's a good 20 of them in a whole line, like a convoy of them going towards Asheville. So this is 3 months later, and people don't have it took everything out, just destroyed their entire community. And Asheville's a big place for music and arts, and like I've been wanting to visit there. I just hadn't gotten
It's
there
a
yet.
mecca for us.
Yeah, a Moog that like the DFM that I have, it's
Has
made
that
in
festival?
Nashville. So like it's a cool spot and it's mountainous and but they're not even worried about tourism now because they don't have anywhere to live.
Yeah.
I mean their homes were washed out. So
Need the infrastructure built back. Yeah.
yeah, and power and
Yeah.
water, clean water, and it's just
Everybody
it's
that
awful.
films their property and puts it online, there's homes, cars randomly in their yards now.
just destroyed too.
Yeah.
It's awful. So, but Sunbreak is not from Asheville. They are from Augusta, Georgia. And that was the path of the storm, and they got the wind part of it, which is just as bad. It just destroyed everything too.
Yeah.
So we're going to do something for them. I told them, I said, take your time, and when you guys are ready, come on the show and let me know what we can do. We'll set it up beforehand and see if we can get some help to you.
I'd like to be
you know?
part of that.
Yeah, cool. Come up and do that. Sunbreak is what they're called. You can help them out by buying merchandise. I have to say that.
Sunbreak?
So buying merchandise. I do have a couple
Hang
shirts
on.
that I'll wear.
I don't help bands with the word break in their title.
Well, then don't help them.
I'm just kidding.
The sun did finally break, and the storm went away, and they're rebuilding. So, you like that?
Yeah, have a happy ending.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's Shallow Signal stickers right there. But see, they're not up on the wall yet.
These stickers, right?
Yeah. They're from Wilmington, North Carolina. I did meet them in person. I've been talking to them since May. They just weren't ready to be on the show yet. They don't go up on the wall yet though because they haven't been on the show. And I told them that. That's how I get them, Tom.
All right.
So I
For
get
you.
And if they never make it to the wall, that means they were chicken shit.
Tom, I got some new stuff here. I have to send it over to you when I get a shipment in. But you've probably seen the new stickers, right? Did I show you these?
Yeah. I think I've
But
still.
I got business cards. These nice, simple, square business cards with that's a QR code on the back.
That's pretty cool.
That's it. So
Yeah.
next time I get some newer things, I will send you a package again.
Cool. I'll try and take some. I've still got some of the old business cards. I can take them out when I'm going out and about.
I tried to give mine to some people, and I couldn't give them away. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, that's their loss. Tom's music can be found everywhere. It's up on every platform. Go find Tom. Go find him on Instagram and
I
Facebook.
will be.
Bo the same way, right?
Yeah,
Yep,
same.
everywhere. I will link you guys together on Instagram or something. I'm never really on
Yeah,
Facebook
yeah.
anymore.
You can read
so-
about me in most important musical papers.
Yes, you can. The ones from Sutton. You ever play at that restaurant or the guy that I met down there?
I have barely been in
there
that
once.
town in a year.
You played there once when they first opened, I think. You hadn't been back? What was the place called? It was like right up the street from that theater. Remember the guy was
Oh,
there?
yeah, the Axe place.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I played there a bunch.
Do they have?
They're good friends of
Do
mine.
they have places you can go, like pubs there where you can throw axes at the wall?
Incidentally,
Strangely,
where alcohol is also served.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went on a stag do, so you'd call it a bucks party, right? So stag do is he's a drummer friend of mine, and yeah, we went to a pub it's a massive bar in the middle. It's in central London. It's underground, and yeah, they had all sorts of games. They had like axe throw, and we did axe throwing. I mean, I don't drink, but they would all be drinking all day, shots and all sorts. And then
I don't know
yeah.
why you would give somebody that's been drinking heavily an axe to throw
I
at the
found it
wall.
really fun when I was playing by myself with my acoustic in there and performing the sound of the axes.
Yeah, your axe.
Scared the shit out of me a few times.
Oh man, I don't.
And I
miss it
went
all.
up, I was going to ask them to stop doing it. But
Yeah. Anyway, thank you guys for coming on the Christmas Spectacular. It was very spectacular.
it was, man.
I have a very good song to play us out of the show. Haven State that's been on the show. They're from Pittsburgh, and they're kind of like Tool. It takes them a long time to put out new material, but the reason why is because they're just good at what they do, and everything's DIY.
And it's brilliant.
There's a video up on YouTube of this song Hallway Maze that's phenomenal. So check it out when you get the chance.
Cool.
We will listen to probably most of the song because it's badass. So if you're watching,
They better
if
not
you're-
get more verses than I got, man. It's not fair.
They have a lot more verses than you and Tom combined. But yeah, we'll listen to Hallway Maze on the way out, and then I will see everybody on the 28th at 10 p.m. with Paula Foggia from China, second time around.
On the other side of Christmas.
Yes, that would be before New Year's. Yeah, so it won't be. I can't say I'll see you next year quite yet. That's so corny. Here's Hallway Maze by Haven State. We'll see you.
We could say